Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Resonance Rises. So, I went out on a bit of a mining expedition and found two very interesting things. I found a copper oreberry bush and a silver oreberry bush, and what these actually give are things like copper oreberries. Imagine that. And if we check some of the uses, it's quite interesting. As you can expect, we can smelt them and make nuggets, and obviously these nuggets are then further refined into the ingots, which is very, very helpful. So we have a lot of ores that will need to be processed, and looking around this area, it is nice. I find it is nice. However, I don't think there really is enough room in here for it to be worth my while. So what I think we're going to do is we'll let this stuff go and etc. But I'm going to go out and scope the land and see if there's any good place we can set up shop. I'm thinking in the wetlands would be a nice area. Now I actually found where Kirin Dave set up his workshop. It's quite an interesting... Oh, didn't know it could do that. Huh. So you can put your weapons on the casting table and you can do it with... But what? Okay, you gotta admit, that's kind of badass. Okay, so I'm gonna go set up, or find a place to set up shop. I'll build a small, quaint little house, and then we can start working on everything else. Now, I did find something odd, which was gold ore in gravel form. Now, this is very interesting because it requires an iron shovel to mine. So I can't do it with any other tool except the shovel, and it mines like that. So, and also I found this closer to the surface than the other stuff was. So that's definitely something. So let's go out. Haha! I beat you. And then I'll take a quick look and show you what Kirin Dave's house is. Then we'll go gather some more lumber and maybe build a house in the wetlands. Now, what originally made me find this area was when I looked at the map, I saw the nice house to the southwest, and I thought it was another pre-generated structure. But when I came closer, I saw that it used some blue stone, and there's no way that Ars Magica would pre-generate with this sort of farm. So, obviously, the only other explanation is that it's Kirin Dave's house. I claim this land for the king! Wait, is this Quajante instead? No, I don't think he's on the server. Okay, so let's look at his area. He has a copper crusher and a stone crusher, and also he has a bunch of zinc dust and other things, seared bricks. It looks like he's about to start on the other stuff. Now, these are interesting. They look like plaques. Let's see. Can we get plaque? No, it's something from Bibliotech, I remember. No, Bibliocraft. It's not a library. Gosh dang it, French background. So I'm gonna just sort his stuff because I'm such a nice guy. Looks like he's got some Thaumcraft stuff as well. This seems food-based. And it's a nice house. Now I wonder if he completely vacated the other building. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty positive that he did, and he also has a bit of sugarcane, and I am sure that, yep, that's his mining area. I'm going to stay clear from his mining area. Maybe grab some apatite, though. That might be a bit better. Okay, I'm such a nice guy that I'm just going to take his wood. So this is a nice area. Ah, you little devil. That's why you set up here. This lava. Ah, dang it, I wish I had some lava, or at least a ready source instead of having to go spelunking. Maybe when I finally set up some buildcraft stuff, I'll be able to get a better way of getting it, but oh well. So let's make a rudimentary house, at least a starter house, for us to build in. Starter house with wood? Sure, why not? Okay, so I think this is relatively complete. We have a bit of window washing that we're going to need to do. But first of all, let's put down a few of our furnaces And then see, we got some coal that we'll be able to mash up some of our finer ingredients. And let's look outside at what we have. Oh, no you don't. No, you don't. No, I don't. I don't have enough of... I didn't want that there, thanks. Okay, so let's get rid of some of our dirt so that we won't show, well, the dirtiness of the building. It needs just a quick cleaning. And if we see, it's not the best. People know that I'm better at building buildings with stone. However, I think it does work. I tried to make sure that it wasn't square either. So I think I managed to solve that. So let's just take a quick look. Not the best, honestly. It's not the best. I've seen a lot better. Probably Kirin's is a lot better than mine at any rate, though I did try to make it functional as well. We'll have all of our chests here. So in these areas, so that we'll be able to sort them, and they'll have 8 different spots. So we'll have 8 different segregated things that we're going to need to work about. So this is going to be all of my plant matter and obviously the unprocessed food. We'll have enough to start a farm in a moment, but not quite. We're going to also want to plant our blackberry bushes to have some form of extra food. Not going to be much. However, interesting particle effect. It should be enough, and let's see how much, just a temporary tree farm over there. Now these things I'd like to place, however I cannot place them on the dirt, nor can I place them on top of any of these surfaces, so either they have to be underground or on some sort of stone. So let's see the stone part and see if that is even possible. So marble, cobblestone we have for that end, and we'll have all of the odd ores and ends over here. So probably a 3x3 surface should be enough. In fact, let's make it 4x4 so that we'll have a better area, and this is assuming that it actually works. Dang it, it might have to be under it, which means that it also might have to have a certain light level. Let's fool around with that. I'm going to find a cave and see if they're even placeable. Okay, here we go. We managed to get them while they're in a cave. So does it also depend on light level? No, it does not. So light level does not factor in its placeability. However, it does factor in me getting out safely. So let's put that down there, and that there. We'll have this as a possible area we'll put them in. Now let's see if we can trick it by going like this. It has to be on stone. So can it be on smooth stone? Okay, it can be on cobblestone. So it cannot directly see the sky. So what that means is we'll need to have a nice little area where it won't directly see the sky. And if we... wait, let's test that. Okay, it's a directly see the sky issue. So by doing this, it should... there's more to it than that. Might need some sort of natural light level thingamabobber. Okay, I'll have to experiment maybe in a test world with that and see what we can do with that. But however, that does mean that we're able to place them, say, here. Now, whether they spread or not will be something else entirely, though it's... Wow. They actually damage you. Well, considering that it's silver and copper respectively, I think I can understand. So let's see. Put all of our ore-related matter into there. That includes our crystal and shards. We'll also grab our other ores, and we're also going to want to make some other stuff. We got some fantasy metals, such as promethium and, what was this? An infused colon. colon. And then we also have some non-fantasy metals, osmium. A strong mineral can be found at nearly any height in the world, and it's known to have many uses in the construction of machinery. So this, I believe, is for universal electricity. We'll definitely need to use it in the future. Now, we are going to need to generate some form of energy. I'm thinking energy generation may be on this side of the barn, though we might put it over here. It does kind of look like a barn, doesn't it? At least it's not red in color. I'm thinking one of the first few rather weak machines we want to make is the stone crusher. Now, I think upgrading it to the bronze one might be a good idea right away, but what type of bronzes do we have? We have different metallurgic infuser. That seems like an interesting item. And does it require energy? It must require energy. Okay, so this is the metallurgic infuser, and if we look at it, it requires a lot of complex circuitry. Either a control circuit, a basic circuit. Let's see the control circuit. It requires osmium, an enriched alloy which requires copper and iron. We are not at that stage yet, but the osmium we do not have enough of. Now the other one is obviously the industrial craft one, but we also have the basic circuit which requires either a bronze plate or a steel plate, and that is a little troublesome because that requires a plate bending machine, which is another thing entirely. That's industrial craft, Greg Tech machine right here. Boo, he's bad. We want Benda. And possible upgrades. I'll have to look at the upgrades for that, but it doesn't matter what, the conveyor module does put a damper on that. And are we even able to craft it? There might be some issue with the crafting of that, though you might be able to figure that out. What were we looking at? The rock crusher, yes. So rock crusher, we're also going to need a bit of copper. We got enough copper for it to be useful, so what I'm thinking is we'll just make a straight 8 of stuff that we'll make with this. Okay, straight 8, that'll be good. And first we need to make the original rock crusher. The rock crusher... Crusher? There we go. Stone crusher. Ooh, bad me. Bad way. Getting it wrong yet again. But what can you expect? I don't think it is allowing for any of these things, but we'll be able to see very soon, assuming that I do not bork with the recipe. And stone crusher requires stone in here, and the drag and drop method is starting to get on my nerves, and it does require regular cobblestone. Yay! So let's get some regular cobblestone. Let's put it in the corners. I said corners. Put the sticks here and put that. We got a stone crusher, and let's not go for gears. So now that we got the stone crusher, we'll just need to get the copper for that. There's also another machine that if we go and use Kirin Dave's solution, will be nice to have. Now let's see the light levels. Obviously outside is a war zone, so that is not going to be a good balance struck. How much wood do we have? Not enough. We're going to need to get a chest. So let's grab some more wood, and then we'll be able to continue onwards. Okay, so what we're going to make right now is a filter so that we can automatically get everything else. And I think we're going to do a slightly different solution and go with a chest. So we're going to need 2 chests for the filter. One of them is going to be for the filter itself. Sorry, that's not a filter, that's a hopper. And I've never actually used vanilla hoppers, so this is going to be quite fun. So a simple situation we'll have is just the chest down here and hopper, and it'll need to go into the inventory, so it needs to be placed on top of the inventory. So shift click, so the hopper will output into there, and all we need is to make our lovely little upgrade with the copper to make this not as disastrously inefficient. So a copper crusher. Hope it doesn't just crush copper, because that would require my money back. Thank you very much. And what we're going to do with this is go and get all of our gold ore first of all. Oh, you know what would be good? Another hopper feeding into that. And do we have... this is why it would be good to have labels, you know? So let's get another hopper and see if this is even possible, which I'd like to think it is. So having a hopper feed into the copper crusher, which will have all of the different metals that we have here. See if it's even possible. Let's go there. Get that out of here. Put this in here. Nope. Does not work as such, which is a bit of a problem. So what we're going to do is make this a bit more space efficient. Get our copper crusher. Put this here instead. And put this here. Fudge. We need to put the copper crusher first onto here. Ha! Do you work? Yes, you work. Okay. Not the worst thing at all. So let's put the iron ore there. Okay, you cannot crush that. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. So how are we going to refine you gold ore? You can either use that. Can we only straight up smelt it? That is a bit of a problem. So until I determine whether it's possible to go and use it at another time, we'll just have to wait a bit, see if does the stone crusher work on anything other than vanilla ores. I'm not too sure. We're going to find out. But, oh well, so we must have other ores. I'm going to go back to the house, grab all the other random ores that we have, mainly the vanilla ones. Well, not just the vanilla ones. We kind of need the copper tin, etc. And then we'll be back. Okay, so we got tin ore. I'm sure those two can work. And we also got aluminum. This seems like it's not going at the worst. It's god dang slow. It's god dang slow. That's what it is. I can sugarcoat it all I want, but I know that the bloody thing is slow. Okay, I can't admit that. So let's put our extra stencils into here. We also have some blueberries and some raw rubber. If we smelt this and if we actually eat, we might be able to think, because I'm dang starving. And we can make some fun machines using all of this. Now there are a bunch of... if we look, there should be a bunch of different things that we can create. One of them being a coal generator, which should produce some of the nice little energy that we need. That's assuming that these are actually for the... that's assuming that they're actually... I cannot think. That's assuming that they produce joules of energy. There, I said it. Not exactly how I wanted to say it, but I think it's mechanism. Yes, that's assuming it's using universal electricity stuff. I'm not too sure on that. That being said, there are some other things that we need to get. Steel dust. Charcoal and iron get steel dust. Or we could go nether pig iron ore. You know what this almost calls for? It calls for attempting to go to the nether. Now I mean attempt, because we don't have all the stuff required. I could borrow some of Kirin Dave's lava so that I can produce some of it by myself. Just construct a nether portal, since we do frankly have a bucket, even though I don't know where. Though that might be a little much. I could probably go and make one down in the caves. I don't even have a good place to put another hub. It's just kind of... you know what? Let's work on that. We have nothing better to do. Might as well look through the nether, see if there's anything else of use there, while we wrap our heads around some of the universal electricity stuff that we're going to need to do, which unfortunately we can't even get to because we don't have any... well, we don't have enough osmium, which unfortunately requires some more mining. Let's shut up and just go out, shall we? Huh. Now, I've been mining, and for some reason there's this green particle effect that's just been swirling around. Not specifically me, but just around in general, which is kind of odd. I haven't seen such an effect before, but oh well. Let's just let these guys on fire since we're such nice individuals. And we seem to have stumbled upon a lot of lava. And I'm not too sure if I like... Well, not right now. But, they're everywhere. This green stuff is everywhere. Oh, gosh. So we don't want to do too much to this lava. Maybe as soon as we get to some... We don't have any extra wood with us other than the sticks, which doesn't really help us other than, well, just using our last few to get some coal. However, we did manage to find a huge swath of redstone, which is going to be very helpful in, I don't know, a lot of things. Let's just say a lot of things so that we can be as concise as possible. However, just redstone is not enough. We are going to need quite a bit more, but we already got over 50 just by through that one vein. We got some more osmium and some diamonds. We got some diamonds, folks. Let's make sure that this path is clear before anything else attacks us. Like so. Ha! And I love this jump back. Up, up, up. Did you know that the rapier is also able to pierce through enemy armor as well? So if Kirin Dave decides to, I don't know, jump me when he has modular power suit armor, I don't think he'd ever do that. He would have a bit of a surprise when I manage to get through his heavily reinforced armor. So gold is also nice, though for different reasons, and we also got our osmium, which we'll gather in a second, assuming it doesn't run away from us. Okay. Can you disappear now? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. So gold. Diamonds. You got more than 2. We may have more than 2, and that is a sneaky individual that I see. Oh, we definitely got more. Much more. Much more than 2 with us. And there's also some fantasy. No, that is some more bushes. We got also some tin oreberry and aluminum oreberry. And I'd love to know what that swirling particle effect is. I might need to do some research after I find out, well, after I get out of here. Okay, so too bad I don't have any luck on these weapons. However, I think that I managed to get lucky here. Yeah, that is why I am making sure I do not have lava all around me. Okay, such as there. And we're going to want to be careful with this. And careful with this. And we seem to have all of the diamonds that are in this general vicinity, which is only 3, but that's enough to at least upgrade my pickaxe. It might be the effect seems to be going and coalescing over here. Maybe it's some sort of radiation, in which case I should probably run in fear of losing my unborn children, though that may imply a few things that I am uncomfortable with. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. No clue. Okay, I am going to research what that is, mine a bit more. Mine a bit more. And if we see anything else in this mine that will pique our interest, I will be back. Up. What the? He's, got zombie stuff on him, so... Did you see that green swirling effect? Yeah, that's odd. The fact that he had the green swirling effect on him. However, it might have hurt him as well. So does this mean that this is a radioactive area? If so, that could be a bit of a problem. But I don't have any on me at all. I don't have any of those green swirling effects. Maybe I am immune For some reason, is this a fantasy? Yep, he has it too. He has it too. Oh, it's like some sort of virus. Is it some sort of virus? I've got a weak form of wither. Yeah, let's get our fire shield on. There we go. Fire shield activated. Maybe we can go for a weaker imitation of it. Just collecting as much fire as we can. It's a good thing we have that. So that's very odd. That is very odd and does not inspire much confidence whatsoever. Is it from the uranium? Might be. Though there'd be no reason why that is. Okay, I couldn't find anywhere on Google what exactly it is. That being said, considering I don't know what mod it's from originally, there's no way I can guarantee I am searching for the right thing. I just looked for green particle effects in Minecraft 1.5, but I haven't seen anything. So let's go. The fire shield is very helpful, I might say, especially seeing as there's a lot of lava in the general vicinity. Though I have to be around the lava, and I got it. Okay, so it's definitely radiation of some sort. So this is some sort of radiation hotbed that I am currently in. However, it is not exactly inspiring much confidence. Is this another fantasy metal? Uraninite. Uraninite? What did I run over? Okay, uraninite must be... Okay, uranium dust with plutonium dust. This might be some form of advanced uranium that you can get through GregTech, or it's ICBM. Might be ICBM, now that I think of it. That would explain this hazardous environment. I'm gonna continually look around, get some more of this uraninite. Maybe we can... It seems like it's actually... might be coming from these guys, so I'm gonna continually get them. Hopefully it doesn't kill me, but we'll be back on the surface momentarily, assuming that I don't get killed by this. Is it because it's in my inventory? Huh, gosh dang it. Due to conveniency, I'm going to use Kirin's house to make our stuff. Okay, just so we don't get anything bad happening, we're going to kill this creeper away from his house and maybe not shunt it over. Haha! I saved the day yet again! Woohoo! Okay, so as I was saying, due to conveniency, what we're going to do is go upgrade our pickaxe with a nice little diamond to add a bunch, and I say a bunch of durability, and not only because of that, but because of reasons. We're also going to want to upgrade it with some iron. He's got 1 ingot. I'm going to give him 1 iron ore to compensate. And maybe 1 bit of coal. Just because I'm a nice guy and he'll probably never notice. So we're going to just go and repair our pickaxe. There we go. And that'll be good. And maybe what we can do is... What will this do? Add haste to it by adding 1 redstone. I don't think that's going to be a good fair trade. So now that we got a nice better pickaxe with some diamond threads, we're going to go back to the mine some obsidian, then we'll make a nether portal, maybe at least a temporary nether portal. We can move it later. Ooh, that'll be a good place. Then we'll go and check out the nether. Ah, go faster, dang it, go faster. Okay, at least it dropped it. Okay, 1 down, several thousand to go. Woohoo. So after a long, agonizing experience, we managed to get all the obsidian that we're probably going to need. One thing that I'm going to check, first of all, is get our uranite and put them down. And yes, it is the thing that is causing the green effect. So now we know that when we see the green particle effect somewhere, it means that it's uranite, and we are going to have to either be cautious and run away from it, or use it to our advantage to create as much mayhem, death, and destruction as we possibly can. It'll be fun. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Resonance Rises. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Now, where should we put this? WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day. That'll be a good place.